Alrighty. Ooh, it is tariff day here in Canada. And if you thought it was spicy, oh man, it has been truly, truly entertaining to say the least. And I hate to say I called it, but I kind of called it. So, what do I mean? Well, I'll show you here. This is Jagmeet Singh, biggest crooked, slimy politician to ever walk across the Canadian soil, second only to all of the Liberals and maybe Trudeau himself. Anyway, all that hyperbole aside, he's calling for elections to be suspended. Right? We're in an emergency now. Is not the time for elections. Really? So, I mean, I hate to say I saw this coming from a mile away, but I saw it coming from a mile away. Why do I say that? Well, because liberals are going to liberal, right? They want to stay in power. And I mean, on the one hand, does it suck? Yeah, because not only are goods and stuff from the US going to be more expensive, but come April 1st, guess what? The carbon tax is going up by 20%. So it will be even more expensive on top of what uh, it already was. And if you think our wonderful, noble, illustrious, and well-meaning leaders are going to make things easier for Canadians, oh man, you have got another thing coming, right? Because you've got Mark Carney, who's going to be installed. They're not going to call elections. They're going to get into a tiff with the U.S. Going to lose, right? I mean, and the U.S. imports things from Canada, sure, primarily because it's cheaper, right? Why do we not? Why does Canada not import a lot of things? Because they like on stupid things like we'll pick on eggs because it's on everybody's mind. Canada has a 300% tariff on eggs. So just for perspective, right? If you had a, a 10-cent carton of eggs, it's 300% more expensive because it comes from Canada. And that get here's the real kicker. That was before the tariffs. Right. So now you remember Donald Trump, he said these are reciprocal tariffs, meaning that if you charge us, case in point, 300% tariffs on importing our eggs to your country, we're going to respond in kind. Right. So you have 300% on your eggs, we're going to tack on 300% on your export if you export eggs or whatever it is. Right. So it's and somebody was like, how can you get rid of the tariffs? It is dead simple. It's dead simple. It is so blindingly easy that they won't see it and they won't do it. First, fix the damn border. That's it. For job one, fix the border. Okay, put troops on the border, put dogs, sniffers, the whole 9 yards, make it as big, loud as possible, so it is impossible for fentanyl and illegals to cross into the U.S. That's job one. Job two, remove the tariffs on importing stuff from Canada, from the U.S. It's a reciprocal, meaning it's an if-then statement. If there is tariffs on our stuff going into your country, then we will charge in kind. If there's not, then we don't. So you get rid of tariffs on all the U.S. goods that are imported into Canada, and then the U.S. will get rid of the reciprocal tariffs in kind. So guess what? There's no tariffs. You're not charging tariffs on importing things. They're not charging tariffs on importing things. Nobody's charging tariffs, and you're taking care of your damn border. And guess what? Nobody's getting charged anything. I know, radical. radical thought. I can't believe, but they won't do that. What are they going to do? They're going to respond in kind. Oh, you're charging 25% on this. We're going to charge 25% on this. Oh, you're going to do this. We're going to do. It's going to escalate, right? So, and it's really not going to change things for American buyers, right? It's not. I'm sorry. It's going to shift some buying habits from buying from Canada to buying from other sources, domestic. It'll spur the U.S. agriculture business to stop exporting their food to selling it locally. It's not a big deal. Same thing with Mexico. Sorry, not going to be importing as many things from Mexico, especially if you're doing retaliatory tariffs, right? So, I mean, I love Mexican food. I love all the things Mexican, but if I have to stop buying, Oaxaca chilies or whatever you want, okay, I will. I can get them somewhere else. I'll just modify with it. Maybe I can grow them in, you know, Arizona or Texas or somewhere. I don't know. But it'll just change the buying habits of and we're talking, when I say buying habits, I'm talking about like the grocery stores, right? Instead of sourcing their food from, you know, Canada and Mexico, they'll just have to find alternatives, which there are out there. There's plenty of places we don't need all the stuff from Canada and Mexico. Nice because it's local, it's cheap, it's on our next door neighbors to the north and south. So anyway, do I think this will hurt? Yeah, maybe short term it might sting a bit, but ultimately, it'll hurt. It'll hurt Canada more, a lot, a lot, a lot. So anyway, that's it. That's all. There is no more.